Oh, it's perhaps my favorite topic. Sameness strikes again. That's this week on the Badass Agile podcast. Greetings, team. Welcome to the Badass Agile podcast. I'm your host, Chris Williams. My good friend, I'm happy to see you. Thank you for joining. I think this has got to be my favorite topic of all time. I love talking about this one, sameness, because what I want for you, what I want for us, is to have the ability to do something that nobody else can do. It makes sense, doesn't it? In a saturated market, if you have something that nobody else has, you can create things that other people can't. Let's take another look. But first, let's take a moment to remember why we're here. To create an elite tribe of leaders who truly serve their clients and communities by doing what matters and what works, relentlessly chasing value and excellence like a badass. There's so many resources out there about what you need to do to be agile, but we're focused on who you need to become in order to lead teams. Let's hammer down those fundamentals to create a truly unique and powerful force in this industry. If you love this episode, do me a favor, share it with your network. So here's why I keep coming back to this one. Like you, I go into LinkedIn and Instagram and all those places every day, multiple times a day. And probably at this point, the algorithm's figured out who I like and what I like, and it serves me up the stuff it figures I want to see. And I'm very interested in what my favorite companies and my favorite people are doing. But here's what I notice. And it goes to a specific article that I was reading, which goes along these lines. What to say in your emails. That's right. So they had these templates on how to write emails for various use cases. You're asking for a raise, it's one thing. You're asking for help, it's another. You got to say no to somebody, that's a different one. Now here's the trouble with templates. It's my same problem that I have with AI, as a matter of fact, is that if you do stuff the same way every time, or worse, using the same patterns that everyone else uses, because if everyone has the template, the chances are good you're going to start to see repetition. You open your email every day, there's one of those asking for a raise emails. It's like a formula in a book or a movie or a song. You start to hear the same things over and over and over, and pretty soon it seems inauthentic, dishonest even, and certainly boring, lacking in fire, lacking in character, right? And that's where my notion of sameness comes from, is that in trying to help people do things a certain way, in trying to give them the keys to the kingdom, we end up creating a uniformity that becomes noise floor. Nothing stands out, nothing jumps out, nothing grabs us. We're never inspired to say, oh, wow, check out this email. This is colorful, this is interesting, this is authentic, this is original. There's no creativity in anything when we use templates. And there's certainly no innovation, and that's the big problem that I have. The concept of a template, and by the way, it's not really templates that I have a problem with. I use templates to make this podcast. I mix them and produce them the same way pretty much every time so that they sound consistent and predictable, and it takes a lot of the rote work out of producing this thing so I can get it out to you. Those templates help me. They save time. But it felt like this template was basically saying, don't know how to express yourself properly? Let me do it for you. Don't take any chances. Don't take any risks. Don't inject any of yourself into your communication. No, heaven forbid. Keep it simple, keep it straight, follow these rules. Well, there's tons of problems there. The first one is, what happens if it saturates? What happens if everybody writes the same email the same way? The recipient eventually starts to say, oh, another one of these. Well, there's a person that can't think for themselves. And the other problem is, don't forget, your specialness, your uniqueness still matters. It should come from your unique contribution. It should come from who you identify yourself as being. It should come from your vision, your unique offering, your unique voice. And it's not just emails, of course. What this template is really doing is saying, if you work in the corporate world, here's the right way to say the thing that you have to say. It's probably designed to be safe. It's probably designed to be certain. It's probably designed to not shake anything up, not rattle any feathers. But at what cost? You lose your ability to express yourself originally. By the way, what happens if you got to send an email and it's not one of those 9 or 10 templates? Now what do you do? Now you're going to go rogue? Uh-oh. My big beef with is it creates this feeling that there's a right way or a wrong way to say stuff or do stuff. The especially insidious ones are the ones that say, you work for a company, you want to make sure you're a good corporate person, don't you? And they tap you on the head and say, come on now, behave properly. This works great maybe for the Industrial Revolution. It works great anywhere you'd wear a uniform, where consistency of appearance matters. We want you to remember that you're just a cog in the machine. You're just here to serve a function. You're not hired for your creativity. You're not paid for your creativity. You're not paid to be a true original. So sit down. Don't mess things up. Don't shake the container. You never know what might happen. Here's my thought. In 2025, post-pandemic, post-recession, post-AI revolution, everything's changed. People want something different out of their career. They want and they deserve fulfillment. Like, don't you want to go to work every day and love what you do? Don't you want to get to the end of your life and say, I didn't just show up for a job. I just didn't march in through the doors, punch the clock, do the same thing, seeking the same approval from the same group of people. I mean, no disrespect. My grandfather worked his entire life in pretty much the same job, and his pride was in the quality of his work and his consistency and his reliability and his trustworthiness, and that's very noble. But I'm saying this to you because you and I might just be different. I'll say what I've said millions of times, that Agile people are impact people. And I know this because I work with them. I look for them, you look for me. If you like what I talk about, we're probably going to be a great fit. So I tend to work with people who want the same thing out of their career, which is to make a difference. Well, it's time to break everything. In fact, I would say that Agile was born out of a need and a desire to stop the patterns that create wasteful, inconsequential things. Why? So that we can focus on the stuff that matters, the true creativity, the true innovation, the true impact. And here, if you're looking carefully, is the real nugget of the problem. I think that you can't do Agile in companies that see originality and creativity as a threat. Because somebody somewhere had to teach people that these templates, that this sameness, this consistency, this open quote, right way, close quote, to say things or do things is somehow valuable. I get where it comes from, and I understand why it's attractive. People just want to, come in, do their work, not get in trouble, and especially in this economy, we want to keep our jobs. We want to make sure that we're employed. So let's not make a mess over here. Let's not attract attention to ourselves. But I don't know. There's a reason why in military and private schools they have uniforms. Because in this particular application, we're not looking for originality. We're not looking for you to stick out. We're looking for you to follow rules. We're looking for you to snap into place. We're looking for you to respect authority, to respect the job, respect the function. But this isn't the Army. This isn't private school. And I think what attracted me to Agile in the first place, and probably you too, was A, the opportunity to make that impact we just spoke about, but also the chance to live life on your own terms, to do work that's meaningful to you in a way that perhaps only you can do it. So, when I see these templates, what comes to mind is not, well, you're doing something wrong and please stop it. But I feel like if we've adopted the mindset that there's a right way and a wrong way to do everything, and the right way is the way that pleases most people and doesn't shake things up, aren't we in a little bit of trouble when it comes to shopping and implementing Agile to companies who are looking to get better at it? So we all have a choice to make. Do you sell templates, or worse, worship templates? Do you buy and sell intellectual and emotional ease at the price of your authenticity, your contribution, the thing you were born to make? Or will you make something entirely new, something that's anti-template, even if it's a spectacular failure? I don't know about you, but I'd rather learn the right way to send an email so that I get the meeting, so that I get the agreement, so that I get a response the hard way, which is by trial and error. Learning from the best teacher of all, mistake. Because then if I learn how to send the perfect email, the most effective email, I will have earned it. I didn't get lazy and say, just give me the template. Just let me fill in the blanks. You ever get one of those? You ever get an email that was clearly a template and they forgot to change one of the variables. So it's like, dear, insert name here. Ooh, that's ugly. But instead, I want to be able to feel out and learn the nuance of the place where I'm working and the people that I'm doing the work with. Some places you send an email that's too long and people pass it by because they don't have time for it. In other cultures, you might find that more detail is required. Tell me more. What do I need to do? How will this benefit me? Got any case studies? Like, I think everywhere you go, things are different, and learning how to master that specific environment gives you the master skill, which is learning how to learn, learning how to sense the environment around you, how to feel how things might be a little bit different here. What adjustments do you have to make? To me, that's the most valuable kind of learning there is. So as I'm cruising the halls of LinkedIn, as I like to call it, I tend to scroll past the stuff that encourages that uniformity, that sameness, that templateness. And instead, I learn what I can from it. If someone's offering me a template that's proven to work, why does it work? What is it about this template that helps them become more effective? Take that, jot it down, add it to my scrapbook of techniques and ideas and things to think about. Contemplate, test, and observe. And then I'm free to bring my own offering, my own value, my own personal style, whatever it is that makes me uniquely me, whatever it is that makes me want to do this work still to this day after having been around Agile for 2 decades. I still love it specifically because there are no templates, which means the job is never the same twice. In fact, it's not even the same day to day. And that's where the fun is. If you know anything about innovation, you might have heard the idea that there has to be the perfect mix of familiarity and novelty. So yeah, sometimes there's a place for patterns, for repetition, and even for templates. But I don't know, in important areas like how do you ideate, how do you create, how do you coach, how do you communicate, I kind of feel like sameness is not the answer. What about you? Does this inspire you to try something different? Does this inspire you to put away your templates? Stop worrying about pleasing power and rather worry more about doing stuff in a way that only you could do it. I want to jump out of bed every day on fire for what I do. Don't you? Please let me know. As always, you can reach out at badassagile.com or you can find me at the contacts in the show notes below. Hey, thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you. I'm going to look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, stay badass.